This is not a purple patch. 10 goals in 10 league games, 3 goals in 3 Champions League games, 13 goals in 13 games. Jude Bellingham is the man of the moment, the difference maker in the El Gran Clasico. Real Madrid, away from home, defeated Barcelona at the Stadio Olimpico. And with that, I welcome you to another exciting edition of Sports Pizza. My name is Edwin Onyepolise. Trust you had a fun-filled sporting weekend, and we're here to dissect all that went down during the course of the weekend. From the NPFL, where we saw some really interesting games and some very interesting results, down to boxing, where Tyson Fury, yes, had a scare against Francis Ngannou. And of course, the blockbusters in the El Clasico, the Manchester Derby, and in the Serie A, where Napoli fought down from 2 goals to pick up a point at the Diego Maradona Stadium. So, as I said, it's a fantastic show lined up for you, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy this. And we're going to have a fantastic time. My name is Edwin Onyepolise, and this is Sports Pizza. I have my usual suspect in the building. Let's go on a break. When we come back, I'll be introducing him. All right, welcome back. This is still Sports Pizza. My name is Edwin Onyepolise, and with me on set is Olumide Akombi James. Olumide, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah, Edwin, I'm good. It's good to be here again on Sports Pizza.
All right, good to have you, Olumide. How was your weekend?
Yeah, fun-filled weekend.
What was the highlight for you?
For me, it has to be the home front, Sporting Lagos. We stay in Lagos, and that's the team we follow. And so for me, another win for them. Back to winning ways, back to scoring goals, and then let's see where they go from here.
All right, we'll start from the home front, and like you said, let's start with Lagos. Sporting Lagos back to winning ways, 2-1 victors against Niger Tornadoes.
Yeah.
It was a nervous end.
Wow.
Nail-biting finish.
Yes.
Niger Tornadoes got back into the game, got a goal that was chalked off by the assistant referee and vetoed by the central referee. Do you agree that that was the right call?
You know me, Edwin. I don't question officiating.
I don't know you fully.
Yeah, I don't question officiating. If the referee and the linesman think that that's not a goal.
So it's not what they think, Olumide. Was from your POV, was that an offside?
Yes, the angle I saw where I was seated, that was an offside. I think it was the right call.
All right, let's talk about the performance itself. Sporting Lagos started like a house on fire, got 2 early goals, but they seem to take their foot off the gas and invited pressure. This is something they need to correct in future games.
Yes, I think that wasn't the best of Sporting I've seen this season. The performance was, I think it was just decent. It wasn't good enough. And you understand why that is. If you have not scored in games, you're struggling to score in games that you control and dominate. This is what happens. You don't drop from second to about 12 on the table and then you don't feel it. So I think psychologically, they just needed something, to kick back. And I think this is it. When you win at home the way they won, you know in football, sometimes you don't play well, but you need the result, which is most important. Of what good use is playing well and not getting the maximum point. So I think I can understand why they played the way they played. It wasn't the best of performance.
All right, let's talk about quickly. Rivers United defeated Lobby Stars by a lone goal. And for Rivers United, they're gradually getting back to their best.
Yeah, they are. You need these wins to, how the league is. Points are very, very important in the early stages of it. This is the first phase of the league. And then getting that win, all-important win, a goal, 3 points, clean sheet, is good for them. And then they keep moving. And let's not forget down the continent. So maybe these are some of the wins they also need to develop, further in executing their continental games.
All right, let's take a look at other results from the Nigerian Premier Football League. It's Rivers United who defeated Lobby Stars by a lone goal. Shooting Stars defeated Doma United 3-1. What a result for Shooting Stars. Katsina United defeated Sunshine Stars by 3-2, while Abia Warriors defeated Heartland 1-0. Remember, Heartland have been given a 2-game ultimatum by the manager. And yes, these are not good times for Heartland United. Bayelsa United defeated Kwara United 2-1. Benden Insurance and Aqua United played out a goalless draw. And I remember I did say that this is a game where Aqua United can pick up a point. They are rooted to the bottom of the table. Enugu Rangers, top of the table, defeated Kano Pillars, while Gombe United defeated Plateau United. A quick look at the standings. Enugu Rangers top the standings, followed by Shooting Stars, who are in second position. Remo Stars and Gombe United complete the top four. While the bottom three, you have Sunshine Stars in Yimba, Heartland, and Aqua United. Let's take a pause on football, Olu, and quickly touch on the boxing events that went down in Riyadh. Tyson Fury, WBC heavyweight champion, versus Francis Ngannou, who made the move from MMA to boxing. It was a split decision in favor of Tyson Fury. But overall, the general feeling is that Francis was robbed. And he was a better fighter over the course of the fight, and justice wasn't served.
Well, I understand why people feel that way. You look at the two fighters. Francis looked fit. He looked sharp. We saw his footwork, the movement. He even knocked Fury down.
Yeah, connected with the left hook in the third round.
Yeah, so you understand the frenzy, why the fans feel that, okay, this guy seemed to be. But let's not forget, that's not how boxing works. Fury he gradually, he looked like a man that was not properly prepped for that fight. He didn't look fit, he didn't look sharp, which is why he got knocked down. And I think that the moment he was knocked down, he realized that this is actually not a joke. This is a big profile fight. We saw there are a lot of celebrities. We saw everybody, being part of that one. And we know what they're also promoting. Boxing is being promoted in that part of the world. So I think that Fury won. I think he really won. Yes, he was knocked down. The other guy looked fit. He looked like a guy that was actually prepped for it mentally. But I think I go with the decision of the
judges.
Yeah.
All right. Ringside, we had Alexander Usyk, the man who is going to face Tyson Fury in the unification bout. Yeah. But we're hearing that that fight might not happen in December. It was started for the 23rd of December 2023, but due to the nature of injuries inflicted on Tyson Fury, Frank Warren, the promoter, the US promoter for Tyson Fury, has said that fight might not hold. We're looking at early next year, but we're going to keep you posted. I will give you on Sport Pizza. We'll give you nothing but the absolute best. At this point, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll switch focus back to football, and this time we'll start at the Stadio Olympic. That is the El Gran Clasico. Barcelona 1, Real Madrid 2. Welcome back. There's still more on the Sports Pizza. My name is Edwin Onyebolise, and I'm in the company of Olumide Akombi James. Olu, let's start with the El Clasico.
Yeah.
Barcelona took an early minute lead, courtesy of Gundogan efforts. That was in the 6th minute. Yeah. Felt like it was going one-way traffic. The uprights denied Barcelona. Other times it was Kepa in goal. But hey, comment the hour, comment the man, Jude Bellingham. First was a rocket. Second was a poacher. Both goals exemplified why Jude Bellingham, for a lot of football fans, is the best player in the world currently.
Well, I don't think I agree that he's the best player in
Obviously,
the world.
you do not.
But he's in that mode already. Yeah, that's world-class mode they are saying with Jude. This guy is a midfielder, and then his intelligence, the way he deploys himself in games, the way he's been able to, interpret the tactics of the manager is absolutely brilliant. He's getting the goals. I said it once. You look at Jude, I'm seeing a mold of a Gerrard, a Lampard combination just in one player. And it's good for him, good for Madrid. Right now, Madrid are running away with the league. They have 4 points. It's now 4 points between them and Barcelona. Coming back from a goal down to win that game is something good for Madrid. For Barcelona, I think that when you create chances in big games like this and then you don't pull them away, it's going to hurt you at some point. And that was what exactly happened. And we also need to give it to Carlo Ancelotti, his in-game management. We saw it again in that game because for the largely part of that game, they kept Jude quiet. It looked like he wasn't in there. But you know, world-class players, what they do, they wait for their moments, and once they get it, they pull them away.
For Barcelona, it was heartbreak for them. A spare thought for Gavi, who was fantastic and nullified the threats of Jude Bellingham. But the game grew on, he got tired. Also, Carlo made a couple of changes. Camavinga and Modric turned the tide in favor of Real Madrid, and they just went on for that. Spare thought for Girona. You said Real Madrid are walking away with the title. Remember, they are separated by head-to-head.
Well,
yeah, it is Real Madrid 1, Girona 2.
We know.
But I know they will tell you.
Exactly.
But just give kudos to Girona for
True.
having a fantastic start to the season. All right, away from the Spanish La Liga, don't forget Atletico Madrid also in the hunt for the title. They got all 3 points at the Wanda Metropolitan. Let's quickly talk about the Manchester derby and spare it up for Manchester United fans. From being the noisy neighbors to Manchester is red right now, it feels like Manchester is blue.
Wow, for United, see, it's not a good time for Manchester.
Why is your head down?
Yeah, because you said we should spare it up. So it has my own way of doing it. So I think that for City, I didn't see 3-0. I'll be honest, because I think that this is a City side that's been shaky. They've been conceding goals, and I expected that United would put up a good fight. United couldn't even get a goal against this City side. I've considered against so many lowly sides this season. For United, we don't know what would happen, but it's really bad. It's really bad for them.
Yeah, it is for Manchester United. It feels like you take one step forward
and then
one season, then you take 2 or 3 steps back the following season. Ten Hag, does he have a plan? Chopping and changes. You know, yeah, you can talk about injuries and all of that, but hey, you are the coach. You take the fall. The buck stops at your feet. Yeah. In Italy, we had 2 big games, Inter Milan versus Roma. It felt like Inter were always going to win. Marcos Thuram once again with the goal for Inter Milan.
Late one.
And it feels like he's the signing of the season so far. But at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium, it was Napoli 2, Milan 2, Olivier Giroud with a brace. Napoli responded in the second half. Both teams shared the spoils. Reflection of the game?
Well, yeah, I think it was a game of 2 halves. First half was obviously AC Milan dominated play, scored goals, looked like they already bagged 3 points. But in the second half, I don't know, Garcia was able to turn it around. He made some changes, and you know, starting with the back line, and it's something that I've said consistently this season. You look at Napoli, one of their biggest problem is that back line. Ever since this guy left for Bayern, Kim, they've struggled, they've conceded goals. It looked like they can't just get it right, but that substitution turned the tide a bit, and then we saw them grow into it. And I also think that Osimhen is absent, so I think it also affected them. But you know, sometimes mentality, they didn't just give up, because they now know that it seems like the league is gradually running away from let's not forget they are defending champions, so they have to put up a good shift, and it's good for them coming back from 2 goals down to make it 2-2. It's a good one for them. All
right, for Napoli, it's a strange start to the season for them. From 11 games, they've won just 5.
Yeah, 5.
And Rudy Garcia is working on a very thin thin line. They can't wait to get Victor Osimhen back.
Yeah.
But in his place, Raspadori hasn't been bad. His
Put up
free
a
kick,
good shift,
yes, brought up the leveler, and that was their first goal directly from a free kick, since 2021. 95 games. So a quick start for football fans. All right, we have some games, some interesting games coming up this match weekend. Olu, let's take a quick look at them. Newcastle, Arsenal. There's Tottenham versus Chelsea. For Arsenal, another big test.
Yeah, a big test. We know that Newcastle right now, what they are doing in Europe and doing in the league. Yes, you say that their last game they didn't do well, but I think that this is another big test for Arsenal.
All right, for Spurs and Chelsea, it was a disappointing loss.
Yeah.
So it's Spurs versus Chelsea, London derby. And by the way, Chelsea suffered a loss to Brentford, and Brentford became the first team to defeat Chelsea 3 consecutive times at Stamford Bridge. That's the first time, second time, third time in visiting Stamford Bridge. They got all 3 points, but they need to get at least pick up something away at Spurs, and Poch will get a host style welcome.
Going back to his
former stomping ground.
Well, I think that sadly for Chelsea is a wrong time to play Spurs. Right now, they are
top of the table,
flying, scoring goals,
playing well. Son,
yeah, exactly.
Defense,
yeah.
superb.
So I think that for Chelsea, and we know that Chelsea, for all the good play that they do in attack,
they cannot score.
They can't score. So
in the Spanish La Liga, there's Sociedad versus Barcelona. In the Italian Serie A, Atalanta versus Inter Milan, while Fiorentina versus Juventus. This is a game you don't want to miss. Both teams have a heated and hated rivalry. And yes, who forgets the move of Roberto Baggio from Fiorentina to Juventus that caused riots in Florence and in Turin. All right, that's the much we can take on the show today. I'm sure you had fun with us. Make it a date with us at the same time next week. My name is Edwin Onyebolise, and I'm in the company of Olumide. Olumide, thanks for being around.
Yeah, good to be here.
Remember to follow us on all our social media platforms. The handles are showing on your screen. And of course, we always whet your appetite with our video of the week. Do enjoy the video of the week. I will see you same time next week. Do have a fantastic week. God bless you.